Without further ado, please welcome Chavi Berg.
Thank you guys. And thank you, Matt, so much for inviting me. So, I want to begin my speech by taking you back to May 2017. What do you consider feminism to be, and do you consider yourself to be a feminist? I believe that feminism is striving for equality. I think it's a misconception when people believe that feminism is women being better than men. And it's really not. It's a fight for equality. And we need to realize that if we want a stable society, a better future for every individual, we need to be equal. And that's why I advocate for education for women. Because women are still held back in places of the world. They still don't have that right to their independence, that right to their equality, all because of education. And once we do take that step, I believe that an equal world will be a better world. That was my response to my final answer and question at Miss USA 2017. And a lot of people following that have asked me, wow, Chavi, how did you say all that? Were you nervous? What happened? And all I can say is, no, I didn't even think about it, I just spoke. Because for me, feminism, women's rights, education is something that goes back in my family and something that has made me the person I am today. So pretty much every single woman in my family, prior to my mom's generation, has had a similar fate. The girls were born, they would go to school for a few years, and then when they came of age, they'd be married and be given the responsibility of a family. So my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and all the women in my family before then had no say in what they wanted to do when they grew up, because they knew what they were going to do when they grew up. They were going to raise a family. And sometimes that responsibility came as early as 10, 11, 12 years old. So for me to be in this position today, where I'm in the United States, I have the right to study what I want to study. I have the right to be able to say, hey, Mom, you know what? I think I want to be a model when I grow up. I think I want to be an actress when I grow up. Maybe I want to be a lawyer. These are things that I don't take for granted at all. It's a huge privilege and it's a huge opportunity for me to be able to say that. And the one thing with my grandmother that I really admire is her strength. So here's the story of my grandmother, or my great-grandmother actually. She was married when she was 9 years old to the man who she had an arranged marriage with when she was 4 years old. Once she turned 16, she had my grandfather. And not long after, my great-grandfather died. So now you have a 16-year-old woman with a 1-year-old son, no husband, no education, and no way to earn a living. What do? She decided that she was going to start being a housekeeper and start cleaning people's homes for a living. And she wanted to make sure that my grandfather got an education so that by the time he was older, he could raise his own family. It wasn't easy, but she showed an insane amount of strength, dedication, determination to make that dream a reality. And in Hindi, the word that we use to describe strength is called Shakti. The Shakti that my great-grandmother showed is something that I am so inspired by today. And it's a reminder of the Shakti that every single woman has within her. Unfortunately, a lot of countries around the world are not tapping into this Shakti when they prevent girls from going to school. And there's multiple reasons why this happens, but I feel that it's our responsibility to raise awareness so people understand that by limiting girls and limiting the potential that's out there, we are not only preventing them from doing the amazing things that they can do, we are hindering all of humankind. So I am so glad that I've been called to speak here today, and I'm so proud of you guys for everything you're doing. If there's anything I can do in the future, please let me know. I would love to help. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks so much for your time.